Great job, students. Way to adhere to the lesson on expectations for sporting events during the last home game. This week's Eagle Pride class will focus on behavioral expectations for the restroom. Here are 8 benefits to having rules for students and the school. Hygiene and health. Rules ensure a clean environment, preventing germ spread and disease. Proper hand washing, waste disposal, and cleanliness protect students and the school community. Safety. Rules prevent accidents from wet floors, slippery surfaces, or misuse of equipment, enhancing safety. Respect for property. Following rules avoid damage, saving repair costs, and preserving the school's reputation. Educational environment. Well-kept restrooms contribute to a positive learning atmosphere, teaching cooperation and facility maintenance. Preparation for adulthood. Learning rules prepares students for public spaces and workplaces, instilling essential life skills. The expectations for the restroom at South Cobb are as follows. P. Personal responsibility. Complete the task and return to class. Use the restroom efficiently and avoid spending excessive time inside. Be mindful of others waiting to use the facilities. R. Respect. Keep your hands and feet to yourself. Avoid roughhousing, running, or engaging in any disruptive behaviors inside the restroom. I. Integrity. Clean up after yourself. Dispose of trash properly in designated bins. Avoid writing on walls or vandalizing restroom facilities. Report any cleanliness issue to school staff. D. Dedication. Make sure you have a pass. Use toilet paper, soap, and other supplies responsibly to ensure that there's enough for everyone. E. Engagement. Use for intended purpose. Use appropriate language and behavior. Give others privacy while they are using the restroom.
Hey man, y'all going to the game on Friday night or not, man?
Teacher coming.
Hey, whoa. What y'all doing in here, fellas? Oh, no. Come around. What y'all doing?
I'm using the bathroom, man.
I'm using the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm in the bathroom.
Oh, all y'all using the bathroom, huh?
Yeah, I'm about to go to class.
All right, where y'all passing? Oh, no. Y'all ain't going, bro, just because you're not with them, if you don't have a pass, you're bare minimum skipping or out of areas. So, I need to see y'all passes. Where y'all passes?
My teacher don't get
I'm in the
passes.
bathroom.
It's a cemetery. Oh, so none of y'all teachers gave y'all passes? I'm sorry, that still falls under y'all responsibility. Y'all have to come with me, all right? Come on, we gotta find administrators. Hey, fellas, what we got going on over here?
That's a go back to class.
Oh, okay, y'all got passes?
Yes, sir, here you go.
1222, 1223, 1223. All right, there you go, fellas. Keep handling your business. Way to do the right thing.
All right.
And a frightening scene at a school in Wilmington, Delaware. Police investigating the brutal death of a 16-year-old girl. The sophomore dying today after a fight with other girls. School and city officials fighting back tears. ABC's Mary Bruce at the school in Delaware tonight.
A shocking scene at a Delaware high school. A 16-year-old girl critically injured after a fight with 2 other female students.
That's 44 to Howard High School.
Paramedics make a desperate attempt to save the sophomore, performing CPR and putting her on a helicopter to a nearby hospital. It was 8:15 a.m. at the highly regarded Howard High School of Technology, classes not yet underway, when that violent clash broke out in the women's restroom. One witness says during the fight, the student hit her head on a sink. She died later this morning at the hospital.
This is a unforeseen and unbelievable tragedy for the family.
The mayor speaking at a press conference, unable to hold back tears.
My heart is broken. I am so upset that a young lady lost her life today.
And Tom, as this community mourns, police are talking with the two other girls involved in this altercation, but so far no arrests have been made. Tom.
One of the girls involved in a high school bathroom assault resulting in a teen girl's death has been found delinquent of criminally negligent homicide. 3 teens were charged as juveniles in the attack on 16-year-old Amy Joyner Francis. A second girl was convicted of third-degree criminal conspiracy, and the third was found not guilty of that same count. According to reports, authorities say Joyner Francis entered the bathroom in 2016 to peacefully settle a disagreement with the 3 teens when it became violent. A video of the assault reportedly shows one girl punching Joyner Francis in the head and torso. Authorities say Joyner Francis's head banged onto the sink and she had to be airlifted in critical condition to the hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Officials say Joyner Francis died from a cardiac incident she was vulnerable to because of a pre-existing heart condition that would not have occurred had she not been assaulted. For InsideEdition.com, I'm Kelly Nealon.
Our GMA cover story now. A teenager who underwent a double lung transplant after vaping is now telling his story as a warning to others. Paula Ferris sat down with him, and this is quite a story. Good morning, Paula.
Quite a story he has. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, everyone. Daniel Ament was a healthy high school student who loved to sail, swim, and run. Then he started vaping. His doctors say his lungs were destroyed beyond repair. This morning, 17-year-old Daniel Ament is recovering from a double lung transplant, believed to be the first related to vaping. About how often were you vaping?
Maybe a few times during the day, but like at lunchtime if I was with people, but it would only be like hitting it once.
Do you buy the vaping pens?
I never bought one. It started off just whenever I'd be with my friends on the weekends, I would just hit theirs.
He began vaping in December of 2018 using mainly flavored cartridges and occasional THC pods. And in early September, he started feeling ill.
I had a really bad headache. That was my main thing. And I just felt really sick.
His mom, Tammy, had an idea the illness was vaping related.
On the way to the hospital, I said, "Are we still going with the fact that you've never vaped or you don't vape?" And he said, "Maybe."
Daniel didn't come clean until he was admitted to the hospital.
It's really frustrating, and I know that the kids, I think they cover for each other.
Once in the hospital, he rapidly declined and was put on life support for 29 days. When they're telling you what happened and that you were days from dying.
Yeah, that still hasn't really processed yet. It's really hard to believe that that happened, but everyone's told me that one day they just said he has a 10% chance to live.
On October 15th, after doctors told his family death was imminent, Daniel was given a double lung transplant. In these dramatic before and afters he shared with us, Daniel's lost over 40 pounds. He showed us the surgery scars on his neck and across his chest. When the doctors told you that this was because of vaping, you were skeptical.
Yeah, I didn't really believe it at first. It just didn't make sense because why didn't it happen to other people that had been vaping for years? Why didn't it happen to someone else close to me that I was hitting their stuff? So how did the chemicals affect me and not them?
This is your new normal. He says while he is grateful to be alive, his new life is forever altered.
Like I have to take over 20 medications a day. I have to wear a mask in public for at least a year. I can't travel for a year. Opportunities that I would have had before, like going in the military, I can't do that anymore.
You feel like you've been given a second chance?
Yeah, for sure. And I want to make the most out of that and make sure no one else makes the same mistakes I did.
And Daniel's lifelong dream of being a Navy SEAL won't happen now because of the transplant, but he's using his voice. He's launched a nonprofit called Fight for Wellness. He wants to advocate for other youth in the country to warn them about the dangers of vaping. But, you know, so often teens are lying to their parents about it. He lied to his parents until they got to the ER, but they'll talk to one another about it.
Oh, and hopefully they're going to be listening to him.
Yes.
And his message.
As you say, take your mess.
Make your mess your message.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's doing just that.